Time for legit or nah. The Cardinals' Mr. Do-It-All, David Johnson, should get MVP consideration. Johnson has had at least 100 yards from scrimmage in all 14 games this season. When you look at his yards from scrimmage, more than Ezekiel Elliott, has more rushing touchdowns than Zeke and less fumbles than Zeke. But the thing is, the Cardinals only 5-8-1, while of course the Cowboys 12-2. Why do people talk so much about Ezekiel Elliott as it pertains to the MVP, but I don't really hear David Johnson's name in that conversation?
Because the Cowboys are winning.
Okay.
You just saw there on the graphic from the social with Laura that home field is trending
right
now. So I understand the MVP is an individual award, but it also is a team award. So most players that win the MVP award, saw Cam Newton a year ago, played on the best team in the NFL. That's a hand-in-hand relationship. And the Cardinals have struggled. Quiet as kept, they have had one of the most disappointing years in the they have been one of the most disappointing teams, in the NFL. And the year that David Johnson has had has been under the radar based on his team not living up to the billing. If his team was better, if they were atop of their division, if they were a playoff contender set to get into the tournament and make noise, no question his name would be in consideration. But because of the lack of success his team has had, this unbelievable year has kind of gone unnoticed.
But that should factor into it, right? Because if you're going to be MVP, and yes, he has put up great stats, does that mean you're so great if your team isn't winning ball games?
That's the thing. He has done everything he needed to do in his power for them to win a ball game. Okay. That's why football is the ultimate team sport. NBA, basketball, you can put LeBron on almost any other team. That team instantly, if they weren't a playoff team the year before, they instantly a playoff team. Because you can take one key guy and make that one team better. Football is totally different. You're dealing with 22 guys at any given time that needs to go out and ball out for you to collectively win as a team. And David Johnson just hasn't had the support from quarterback play, from offensive line play, just mishaps. But he has been the most consistent. He has been the most reliable. And because of that, he should be in the MVP conversation. But when you look at his team, I mean, look at the NBA. Look at guys that have won the MVP. They come from good teams.
Teams that win.
And that has been the same situation for NFL.
Johnson certainly has been balling this season.